This is an iTalk 1067 Sports exclusive. Local sports are on iTalk 1067 and online at iTalk1067.com. Local sports is presented by Show Low Ford.
The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, touchdown Cougars. Kicks it out for Reisdorf. Reisdorf got the three.
Fastball grounded to third. Backhanded fair ball thrown home.
It's a fair ball. No one covering third and scooting over. Oh, that's Casey Kelly blocked by Gregness.
Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Octopus Car Wash. And now, local sports on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com. Presented by Show Low Ford.
Welcome to Round Valley. It's the Dome on the campus of Round Valley High School. Camden Smith, Mike Side, with Ron Everingham as we get started in this 2017 football season. Tonight, the Round Valley Elks host the Show Low Cougars. The Cougars on the road to start tonight off and facing a Round Valley team that's got some interesting things happening with them. Show Low as well with some interesting things with a brand new head coach. We'll talk about those now in our Ace Hardware Keys to the Game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Anytime you're locked out of your car, just need a key made for your home, you can contact the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Their mobile unit will come to you. And Ron, keys for both of these teams here tonight.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with two of the coaches from each of the teams, and you know, I think the focus overall, Camden, tonight is just nerves and turnovers, and you've got a lot of young kids on the field tonight, and you've got one program in the Cougars with a brand new coaching staff, although even brand new, and Monte Maxwell has been with the program for 13 years, and so I was told by offensive coordinator Dustin Clough that we shouldn't expect too many different things, that they're just kind of doing what they've always done for the past while. So, and Marcus Bell talked to me about turnovers and nerves being a key.
Well, we're going to have a national anthem here. We'll see if Dylan can get us some audio of that national anthem there, and we're going to step away. We'll step away, and we'll be back in 90 seconds. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
1-800-WAY-UP-HOP.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley and Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we conclude our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Brought by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith, if you're locked out of your car, just need a key made for your home, their mobile unit will come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Show Low, and Heber Overguard. And back to those keys just a little bit, Ron. You talked about Monte Maxwell being new as a head coach, but not necessarily new to the program. But always when there's a shift in leadership, that brings about change. Round Valley probably with the biggest change.
Yeah, the biggest. 18 players last year, haven't made it to the finals. Last year was 8. To if there are any players that excited for to see how they perform tonight, and he brought up number 8. Scratch that. Number 40, Dylan Workman. He's excited to see Dylan back on the field this year, healthy and ready to go at running back.
Yeah, Dylan, a contributor for the past couple of years here at Round Valley, and that's something that they're going to need is some of that experienced leadership as they get started in this season. Oftentimes teams that lose that many personnel in that many key positions have a hard time early on in the season. We'll see how they come out of the gate. Of course, they were 2A state runner-ups last year with that senior-heavy squad, and so a lot of these kids know what the program's about.
Right, and with experience, and then when you look to the Show Low side, they're going to be starting a sophomore quarterback tonight, number 8, Colton McGinnis, and so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of leadership that young man brings to this newly coached team as he comes out here to play.
Those are your Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith, locked out of your car, or need a key made for your home, contact the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Show Low, and Heber Overguard. As the Show Low Cougars will take the field, and we're just about set here for live action. We go time now for our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Workman is one of those players we want to talk about. He's healthy. He's ready to go tonight. Other than that, not a lot of injuries. Last year, running back for the Show Low Cougars, Kime, missed some time because of an ankle injury or a foot injury, and we see him back out at it here for the Show Low Cougars as well. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wants to remind you they've got a fully staffed emergency department, an advanced diagnostic department, and outstanding orthopedic and physical therapy teams. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. And want to mention that tonight's contest is brought to you in part by not only the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Sunrise Park Resort, Northland Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Beeler Orthodontics, Deemer's Glass, the Indian Pine Restaurant out at Honda, the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Octopus Car Wash, and of course Subway, all proud sponsors of high school sports here for this 2017 season. As we get set to get underway, Paul Hancock's the head official. Greg Chavez was supposed to be our sideline reporter, but he got recruited as an official, and officials get paid more than sideline reporters.
Yes, right.
So it was a really easy decision for him.
So he made it onto the field from the sidelines.
Where we're going to go down to Paul here for the toss. As we've got him mic'd up. We'll see if he remembers to turn on his mic.
We're going to break back here, all right? We will have sportsmanship tonight. Do you understand that? If you don't want to have sportsmanship tonight, don't come out on this field. Do you understand me? Do you understand? All right, because we don't have it right now, do we? Okay? So
Paul's laying it down.
Pick each other up, hit each other as hard as we can, all right?
Show Low 1,
Head, tail. Hold in the air long enough to leave the air, okay? Heads! Heads, he said. We got tail. You want to kick, receive, or defer? You want the ball. What goal do you want to defend? Oh, so you want to kick that way? All right, turn it back to your goal.
Okay, there's your coin toss. And the Elks have won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half. And, yeah, I don't know what Paul was talking about, but.
You know what's neat about that to me, Camden, is when you look at our communities and, you know, everybody from the officials to the fans to the coaches, we all care about kids, right? And so Paul's even taking an opportunity there to coach the kids in a way to remind them that it's all about sportsmanship.
Yeah, that's a great reminder no matter where you're at. And, of course, these two teams having started a bit of a tradition playing first game out of the gate in the last couple of years, and there's certainly no love lost between the two. Anytime a White Mountain team is playing a White Mountain team, you know there's going to be a certain amount of competitive spirit amongst the two. And we'll take a look. I think the Cougars really handled the Elks fairly well in their game that was actually outside two years ago because the dome was flooded. The dome only been in operation since the flood the last 2 years.
Speaking of not being outside, it's probably about 30 degrees warmer in here than it is outside tonight. It's hot.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to play into any of the conditioning and things that these kids have been through.
Especially where we are.
Yeah.
I want to thank our in-studio producer tonight, Ashley Harley, and our executive producer and director, Stephanie Fragoso, back in the trailer tonight, bringing you the sights and sounds of tonight's contest. You can watch this game online right now at iTalk1067.com. That's iTalk1067.com. Villalba and Reedhead back to receive for the Show Low Cougars, set to kick for the Round Valley Elks. It's number 18, and I don't have him on the roster. I'll have to find out who that is. Good end-over-end kick, going to be fielded at the 7-yard line. Reedhead out to the 20, to the 25, knocked down near the 24-yard line. Reedhead, good return. Actually, no, it's going to be out at the 28-yard line. As Marisol gets the tackle for Round Valley. And we open up this contest with the Show Low Cougars with the football. Of course, Round Valley deferring to the second hand. Sergio is the kicker. Don't have a last name, but Sergio is. Okay, Sergio. Comenez. Go handoff right side to Weston Kime. And Kime, a junior last year, missed a lot of the season with an injury, is back, and they go handoff right side, and he picks up 7 yards on first down. Nice carry off tackle right side.
Dylan Workman just getting things started off there on defense. Coach hadn't mentioned his impact on defense, but there we see him.
Well, we see a tight end line up on the left side, slot in tight, two receivers right, and the handoff straight ahead to Kime. He's got a first down, midfield, 40, 35, caught from behind by Mariscal on the tackle, a touchdown saving tackle to keep Kime out of the end zone, but it's good for a first down for the Show Low Cougars.
Show Low coming out and just pounding it down the middle of up the line pretty effectively.
Elk 29-yard line, a fresh set of downs for the green and gold. Set a man in motion. That's Reedhead. They hand to him. He sweeps left side, cuts it up at the 20, and gets away from one tackle and then is knocked out of bounds inside the 15. L.J. Foster on the tackle, but another first down for the Show Low Cougars. Opening paragraph of the contest. Show Low yet to throw a pass. As we mentioned, new coaching a new head coach for the Show Low Cougars. And so certainly changes coming here. And normally we would see the Cougars come out and pass right away. They've done nothing but run on this drive. And give to Kime again, off tackle left side. He leaps over a tackler, and he's in for the score. 13 yards on the touchdown for Weston Kime and the Show Low Cougars.
I don't even think he was touched on that one, Camden. Just went off the left-hand side and into the end zone.
Well, the Elks are going to have to make some adjustments quick because it'll be a long night if they allow that man to get off to a start like he just did. Weston Kime capping off a 4-play drive that was started at the 28-yard line. So good for 72 yards on the drive. And on to try the point after try here with 10 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Show Low Cougars having some struggles here getting their personnel in and set. Reedhead's going to hold. And we get let's see here.
Dead ball. Delay game on the offense. It's 5-yard penalty.
And so Paul Hancock on the call there. Delay of game on the Cougars. And so they'll mark it back 5 yards. And the spot for this is going to be at the 14, so it'll be in essence a 24-yard field goal here.
Kicking for the Cougars is number 30, Jan Ramirez.
And Ramirez has his kick blocked, and you got to wonder if the extra distance had anything to do with it. Marcus Adams knifes through and gets the block, so they'll hold the Cougars to 6. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that
And life is what you will get out of it. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. As the Round Valley Elks down 6-0 early in this one, the Cougars take their opening drive, 72 yards on 4 plays, capped off by a 13-yard run by Weston Kime, and they lead 6-0. Time now for our Northland Pioneer College kickoff, brought to you by Peace. When it comes to education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. Ramirez to kick, puts boot into it, sails this one deep into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And an 80-yard field for Round Valley to start their opening drive. How about the boot that time of Ramirez?
If he would have kicked it like that, that would have been a easy extra point there. But I don't know, like you mentioned, maybe he was kicking, trying to put too much into it and kicked a little low.
It's a little low, and obviously not a lot of, they didn't seal off that front line there very well. 10:44 left to play here. First quarter, 6-0 Cougars. Round Valley with the football on their 20-yard line. We get a chance to see Marcus Adams at quarterback here for Round Valley. And to Workman. Workman at the 20, slips a tackle at the 25, out to the 30. Will be knocked down as he gets inside the 38-yard line. They'll actually mark him at the 38, good for a first down.
We haven't seen one ball passed up in the air yet. We've just seen some smash mouth football so far here tonight. Now with Round Valley keeping it on the ground, and it's a big gain.
Villalba on the tackle. And Round Valley says we can run the football. Workman lined up in the backfield. Take the snap. Hand to Workman. Workman off the left side this time. Knocked down at about the 44-yard line by Dylan Gabbard. Good for 6 yards on this carry. Second down and 4.
Gabbard, a 5'10", 190-pound senior for the Cougars.
Yeah, Gabbard's been one of those players that we've been calling for 3 years, Ron. Second down and 4. Yellow Horse in motion, sets on the right side. Handed off to Workman. Workman trying to cut it back. Now finds a seam, gets it across the 45. Weston Kime on the tackle at about the 48-yard line. And it'll be close to a first down here for Round Valley. And it is a first down. Elks moving the chains. Couple of first downs in this drive already.
It's going to be interesting to see which team laxes a little bit on these run plays and see who's going to be the first team here to make a threat with the pass.
Wide receiver to the far side of the set is L.J. Foster, and they hand it to Workman again. Workman straight up the middle this time to midfield. Hit at the 49 and knocked backwards. Zach Maxwell on the tackle for the Show Low Cougars. And we apologize, some trouble with our graphics here tonight. We thought we had a new piece of technology that would work, but new technology doesn't always work with old technology, and so we're going back to old school here. And our graphics are going to be a little sketchy tonight. Hopefully we can get it sorted out. Hand to Covey this time, and Covey has a first down. Crosses the 40-yard line, will be knocked down at the 39. Aaron Villalba with the tackle, and a fresh set of downs for Round Valley, their third first down of this drive. 8:27 left to play, first quarter, trailing 6-0. And Round Valley has single back in the backfield. Set a man in motion. Hand it to Covey. That's Covey off the right side, and Kime makes a tackle at the 34-yard line.
It's a nice gain of about 4 there. That's 2 handoffs in a row to the fullback, Covey.
Covey, a 5'11", 184-pound junior. They take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:51 to play here in the first. Cougars up 6-0. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Transforming lives.
Welcome back to the Dome. Round Valley Elks after the Cougar timeout. A second down and 6 from the Cougar 35. Workman and Covey line up in an I tandem set behind the quarterback, Marcus Adams, for Round Valley. Hand it to Workman. Workman right side, cuts through the guard tackle hole on the right side, and will be knocked down at the 30-yard line after a gain of about 4 or 5. Close to a first down, he'll be about a yard short. Israel Chavez in on the stop for the Cougars that time.
So far, Round Valley easing the worries of Coach Bell on turnovers. Workman, when he hits the line, he's got 2 hands on the ball, working hard to protect that thing.
2 receivers out to the left. They line up a tight end on the right side and an I set behind Adams. Adams sets a man in motion. That's Mariscal, and Mariscal's going to be
dead ball. Delay a game on the offense. It's 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
check.
Change speed, 3rd and short, 46.
So a miscue here. Instead of 3rd down and 1, it's going to be 3rd and 6 back at the Cougar 35. Maybe a break here for the Cougars. They send a trip set out to the right side of the formation, and dropping into the gun is Adams. Adams takes the snap on 3rd and 6. Drops back, throws across the middle. It's tipped, and it will be incomplete. And an injured player for the Show Low Cougars. And in a lot of pain there. That's Gabbard. Is that Gabbard on the Dylan Gabbard? Yeah, the 5'10", 190-pound senior on the ground now. And we get a chance to see some of the training staff here.
So that was our first pass attempt of the night. It was a nice toss attempt there to number 14, Taven Bevel, I think it was, a 5'8" sophomore, and hit him in the hands. Well, there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, double coverage and tough pass to catch. And not sure what happened on that time to Gabbard. Maybe collided with one of his other players, but that is we talked about senior leadership, and that's one of those players you do not want to lose if you're a Show Low Cougar. 11 graduating last year, and Gabbard bringing a lot of experience to this Show Low Cougar team, and certainly a kid that you don't want to not have. Getting back to the storyline on Bevel, Brock Bevel is his father, who used to coach at Show Low High School.
Yep.
And we're going to try to get Brock to be a sideline reporter. We kind of ran out of time. I don't know if we can get a note to him. Maybe somebody can tell him to come up here and put on a headset. Dropping back to pass, and in trouble is Adams. And Adams is going to go down. Antonio Siles on the sack there for the Cougars. So a turnover on downs on 4th down. The Elks trying to go for it. And so Cougars will have good field position here. Elks accumulate 3 first downs on the drive, but are turned away at the 40-yard line, where Show Low takes over. And give it to Kime. Kime bangs his way down to the 45-yard line. And Finch on the tackle.
We'll see how the Round Valley Elk defense steps up here after what looked to be a promising run on the offensive side, but then fizzled out there at the end with some penalties. Yeah, a penalty and a lack of a 4th down conversion. So let's see how much they can dig up here.
No passing yet with the Show Low Cougar quarterback, the sophomore quarterback. They give to Kime, and maybe one too many times to the well as Workman knifes in and makes a stop, a tackle for a loss back at the 41-yard line, called the 42.
So I gotta wonder kind of out loud. I know I heard the offensive coordinator Dustin Clough say that things are going to stay the same, but I don't ever remember a Reisdorf team having not passed this much, but it also could be because of the experience at quarterback. I'm not sure if it's a philosophical or just a resourcing difference.
I think Reisdorf would have thrown regardless.
Yeah.
Keegan Clark wide to the right side, and maybe our first pass here, and it is. And it is caught
No good.
Oh, they say it was on the ground. The pass intended that time for Ethan Walker, the 5'7", 180-pound junior, and it was just underthrown that time.
But, hand it to
McGinnis.
Coach Clough also. One of the things that I never understood, if your running game is effective, why do you want to put it in the air? If you're pounding it out somebody's throat is about the most demoralizing thing you can do to a team.
Absolutely. Colton McGinnis, his first pass incomplete, and it brings up 4th down and 8. So the Cougars lining up in punt formation. Mariscal and Foster back to receive for the Elks. And the punt is going to be angled to the near sideline, and it goes out near the 38, so not a big one. As the Elks are going to have it, we'll see where they make the mark. Oh, they mark it at the 37, where Round Valley gets the ball back, trailing 6-0 here with 4 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
So I don't know. It may be a subtle difference, or it could be situational, but it sure does seem like Show Low not maybe playing as aggressive as they used to under Reisdorf, going on it on 4th down or throwing it quite as much. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the game and the season.
Well, and obviously critics of Reisdorf felt like he was too aggressive. So, it's one of those happy mediums, but you got to dance with the ones that bring you. Here's a keeper by Adams around the left side. Gets a stiff arm, gets to the midfield mark, knocked out of bounds near the 40-yard line of Cougar territory on a great run by Adams. Trayson Neff chases him out of bounds. Tremendous run that time by Adams, and everyone was keen on Workman. They left Adams alone.
Yeah, it was a nice run to the outside, and number 10, L.J. Foster, lost containment and let him get outside. Just couldn't keep up to him, had the wrong angle, and got a big gain.
First down on the play for Round Valley at the Cougar 39-yard line. Adams in the gun, hands to Workman. A penalty marker flies as Workman hits the line of scrimmage, gets to the 39, and it will be knocked backwards as Keon Hancock
Sorry, Camden.
Oh, we got too many. I can't tell who's my spotter and who's my too many voices in my head.
Sorry.
You get a penalty mark, and Paul Hancock going to sort it out here with the Cougars.
Illegal shift. Illegal shift on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replaying 1st down.
So Hancock and his staff, Greg Chavez, one of those who traded a sideline reporting gig tonight.
Just gave up on us just like that, Camden.
I thought he didn't have any. He had an official shirt, but didn't have the pants to wear. So I thought for sure he was going to be a sideline reporter tonight, but somebody must have loaned him pants. We need to find out who that is and solve that problem. Yeah. First down and 15 now. Adams to throw. Throws on the quick slant to Foster, and Foster can't hang on to it at the 38. Jared Nelson on the coverage that time for the Cougars.
Not a bad toss, as he was coming across the middle on a quick slant. Kept it low so it couldn't get tipped tipped and intercepted. And just a little bit too low for the receiver to catch.
Elks coming back to the line of scrimmage after the incomplete pass, facing a 2nd and 15. Ball at the Cougar 44, I should say. Adams looking to throw. Throws right side and has a man and is caught. Mariscal may have been hit a little early. The defender, I think was Kime, came up, hit him early, decides to back off and let him go. Otherwise he was down for a loss that time maybe. Or certainly not as far as he got. He got all the way to the 41.
Hey. What do they say? You got to wrap up and put him down, and maybe he thought just the initial hit was going to be enough, but it wasn't. And
I think he thought he was going to be called on an interference call.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I think that's why.
Close.
I think that's why he backed off. But no flag. Gain of 4. 3rd down and 11 from the 41. Adams to throw with an empty backfield. Throws across the middle. It's incomplete.
Man, that should have been caught.
Passing intended for the sophomore Taven Bevel, and Bevel can't hang on to the heat.
I think that it probably was a little hot coming across there, but one that you'd think, I'm sure he's upset with himself that he could have caught. And I've been impressed with tonight with Marcus Adams, excuse me. He's been right on the money on every throw that he's thrown.
Got Marcus Adams and Keon Hancock.
Keon Hancock.
Deep punt, bounces at the 5. Elks are going to stop it at the goal line.
Wow.
Oh, brother. Mikey Mariscal gets down there and stops it at the 1. How about that?
What a great special teams play right there. You can't draw it up any better, especially, after just the second or third possession of the year.
So the Elks turned away and the Cougars turned away. Forced to punt. And now Round Valley pinning the Cougars back. Show Low going to get the football here with 3 minutes and 31 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Up 6-0. And they'll have it at the 1 yard line. Not even quite at the 1 yard line. I don't think the nose of the football is even touching the 1.
Dead ball. Go ahead, get on the offense. Half the distance. Replay first.
That one's easy to walk off.
Yeah, they're not going to get much exercise on that one, are they?
Does that count against them as a half of a penalty yard or 3 inches or what?
Yeah, I don't know. How do you
score that one?
Score that punt. First down and 10 and 6 inches. 10 yards and 6 inches. Complete pass to Villalba here on the near side, and 3 minutes, 29 seconds left to play here before the end of the first half. Cougars up 6-0, and nice gain on that play out to the 5 yard line. Cougars getting a little bit of breathing room. So interesting place to throw a pass there, Ron.
Yeah, it was. It was a safe pass, a little quick out. Maybe they were hoping to kind of shock him.
McGinnis in the gun. Kime flanks him to his left. 3 receivers out to the left side. Give to Kime up the middle. Crosses the 5. Hit at the 8. Coulter Hogel on the stop for Round Valley. And Weston Kime will pick up about 3 yards. Dylan Workman in on the stop as well for Round Valley.
3rd and 3. This is going to be a big stop for the Round Valley Elks, and maybe cash in, if they can, cash in on that field possession battle.
Yeah, they need the stop here to do that. 3rd down and 2. Ball at the Show Low Cougar 8 yard line. Give to Kime. Hogel knifes in, hits him at the 8. But Kime with great power leg move across the 10. And he puts the ball across the 10, but the spot's going to be right at the 10 yard line. And that's a yard to gain, and they got the first down. Actually, they give him the 11 on that play. He gets out to the 11 yard line. So Weston Kime finding just enough room to get a first down. That's a huge first down for Show Low.
Yes, it was. And it wasn't just a given either. He had to work for that one.
We start talking about our Beeler Orthodontics straight line plays of the game, and that one may be one of those that we talk about in our post-game
illegal
wrap-up.
substitution on the offense.
So Paul Hancock on the call there. And the offense of the Cougars shooting themselves in the foot this time. Some preseason jitters and cobwebs perhaps getting worked out on a couple of squads that feature a lot of inexperience. The Elks certainly far more inexperienced than the Cougars are, though, at this time. As we mentioned at the top of our broadcast, graduating 18 seniors last year, almost half of their team gone.
Illegal substitution on the offense. It's a 5 yard penalty. Replay first.
You know, given that statistic right there, Camden, it's really impressive how Coach Bell is brought up these younger ones and gotten them prepared to this point.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to be pretty sharp, as do the Cougars here tonight, with exception to very few plays. First down and about 17. Looking to throw. And
wow.
Picked off. Ziegler at the 22, at the 10, at the 5, touchdown. Ziegler with a pick 6, goes 22 yards on the score for Round Valley, and we're tied at 6.
Well, those are the things that you dream about when you're playing defense, right? Getting a pick 6, and that's a huge play. Just not enough, quite enough air underneath that ball. It didn't look like. Looked like he was open, but just didn't quite lead him well.
That was a nice little pickoff, and that'll help out the Round Valley Elks, and all of a sudden this thing turns into a very interesting ball game as you start taking a look at these two teams battling it out. And there's a bad snap, and the Elks trying to score on a 2-point conversion, and they won't get it.
Looked like a bad snap, but I'm kind of wondering if that was a design play.
I don't know, but I think they mishandled it. Kason Wolf comes up, and Wolf is a quarterback, backup quarterback, so he comes up, tries to throw. It's caught, but it's short of a 2-point conversion, and so we remain tied at 6 with 2:09 left to play in the first quarter. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. Time now for our Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. As Round Valley set to tee this one up at their 40-yard line, and Sergio. Come on, I think it's.
This is number 18, Sergio. Camudez. He's listed as number 28 in the bulletin.
Yep. Jake Reed had to return from the Cougar 10-yard line. Hit by Covey, spun around at the 24 and knocked down. He gets back to the 5-yard line where they'll mark it down. Kason Wolf also in on the stop for Round Valley. And 2:03 remaining here in this first quarter. We're tied at 6. Round Valley and Show Low having a pretty good ball game, pretty good go at it. Different look for both of these teams, really. We are used to seeing both of these teams spread it out and throw the football about 70% of the time. And tonight it's been more 70% run and only 30% throw, 30% passing game. And so we'll see if that trend continues as the Cougars set up in the gun here. Hand it off to Reedhead, sweeping left side, cuts it up at the 30, 35, 40, has a first down, knocked down at the 43-yard line. And L.J. Foster makes a touchdown-saving tackle there. Reedhead showing off some speed around that left side. They'll mark him back at the 42 where the Cougars will have a fresh set of downs. The Elk defense was very stingy back there when the Cougars were on the 1-yard line, but all of a sudden they let up a big play here and give the Cougars some good breathing room here. Give it to Kime. Kime sweeping left side, and he has a couple. Yellow Horse on the stop.
L.J. Foster on the tackle as well.
And Ziegler also on the stop for Round Valley. Don't forget, our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. We'll be announcing that at the end of this broadcast, and that pick 6 by Hunter Ziegler to to tie the ball game could very well be one of those Beeler Orthodontics straight line plays of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. And here's a handoff to Kime. Kime Gets a little hurdle across the line of scrimmage and will be knocked down at midfield. Nice gain of about 4, or actually about 5 or 6. And sets up a 3rd down and 2. Elks looking for a stop here after tying the ball game at 6 apiece. Wide receiver here to the near side of the formation for the Cougars is Dalian Toon. And the snap to McGinnis. Give to Kime straight ahead. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the 48-yard line. Dylan Workman on the stop for Round Valley, but Kime has enough for a 1st down at the 48-yard line of Round Valley. Fresh set of downs for the Cougars. 10 carries, 73 yards already for Kime. And you can start to get a picture of what the Cougar offense is going to look like this year. That'll end the first quarter as the Show Low Cougars working out a drive here. We're tied at 6. We go to quarter number 2 when we return. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
This is
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back. We're tied at 6. Live from the Dome in Round Valley. Show Low with the football to start quarter number 2. McGinnis throws right side, and it is incomplete. One-on-one out there on the flat on the right side. Adams comes over the back of the intended receiver, Jake Reedhead, and they will say an interference call is due here and an automatic 1st down for the Show Low Cougars.
Yeah, I think that was a good call. It looked like he was bumping him before the ball even got there.
Don't forget our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show coming up, and
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
I don't know what happened to Paul's energy level, but he dropped a little bit there. He was excited at the beginning of the game, but now his energy waning just a bit there. Hey, don't forget also, they've got those zip line tours up there. Ton of just lots of fun stuff at Sunrise. Scenic lift rides, rock climbing wall, airbag jump, downhill mountain biking. Whole lot more during the month of August. You can go there from Thursday through Monday. And the times are 9 to 4 p.m.
Dead ball. False start. On the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
Thank you. That's much better.
Yeah,
right?
that's a little more. I think he gets a little more excited about some, infractions than others, I guess.
Yeah, well, that was a good call. Good job, Paul. Don't forget to check things out. Details found at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. We'll break down the first half for you in our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show. Take a look at how this half unfolded and also take a look at the keys to the second half, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Man in motion. They fake it, play action. McGinnis rolling to his left, going to tuck it at the 40, 35. Workman going to push him out of bounds near the 38-yard line. And looks like we got an injured player. That is not good. Coming down and slipping on the concrete. And it's a Cougar player that's down, and that is McGinnis. Colton McGinnis, the starting quarterback, going to come up hobbled on this play. One of the challenges with the Dome here is there's a lot of obstacles in the out-of-bounds area. It's a beautiful field, but especially on this near sideline. In order to get this field in here, there's not a lot of room between it and kind of the concrete walkway between the stands and the field. And I didn't see it. I don't know if McGinnis got caught up before he got onto the concrete or not. Just saw him laying there on the concrete. So obviously favoring an ankle or something on the leg.
You got to wonder how much experience Jake Reedhead has at quarterback. He's coming in, not even listed as a quarterback.
Reedhead lines up in the gun. Weston Kime flanking him to his right. I'll bet it's a handoff to Kime. Nope, Reedhead going to keep. That's the advantage you have with Reedhead back there, as he's another running back. Reedhead will be stopped, though, for a loss on the play by Irigoyen. Mark Irigoyen comes in and drops him for a loss of 1. Just a sophomore coming up to get Reedhead, who's a tricky runner. Opening paragraph of the second quarter, we're tied at 6. And McGinnis is going to check back into the lineup for Show Low. Third down and 12. Ball at the Elk 37. Wide receiver to the right side of the formation is Keegan Clark. 2 receivers come out here to the near side. That's Reedhead and Villalba. McGinnis looking to throw, throws and has a man wide open. That's Villalba, and Villalba going to take it inside the 30 and will be knocked down near the 28-yard line.
Looked like there could have been a hold call. That's what the coaches won on that play, but there was no call. That's the second play for him that he ran out to the right side for McGinnis. Running, that's a kind of a, the left side, not a real natural way to run for a right-handed quarterback.
And McGinnis completing the pass, though, and getting the job done here, but a 4th down and 6 from the 28. Trip set right side, tight end lines up on the left side of the line. McGinnis in the gun, steps back, rolls right. Looking downfield, now throws, has a man on a comeback on the far side. It's caught for a first down at the 15-yard line by Keegan Clark, and he steps out of bounds right at the 15, but a penalty marker. We have a hanky on the field? We do. And this one's going to come back. That's unfortunate for the Cougars. They had a first down inside the red zone at the 15, and Clark's going to lose a stat here.
Ineligible. Downfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
See, if we had Chavez mic'd up, we could find out who that is.
Yeah.
Find out who was downfield. So the Cougars shooting themselves in the foot here. And with a 4th down at the 33-yard line, they now face a 4th down and 6. So instead of 1st and 10 from the 15, it's
4th and 10.
4th and 10. Sorry. 4th and 10 at the 33. McGinnis, play action, sets up a screen on the left side, and it'll be snuffed out by Workman. The pass intended for Kime, it's overthrown, and the Elks are going to get the ball turned over on downs. So I believe, haven't been keeping track of my stats here. But I believe Show Low was the on that drive for the majority of that second half and into this half, if I recall correctly. And so they turn it over on downs and give the football to Workman. Workman, big hole, left side, midfield, to the 40, to the 30,
wow.
20,
Can't get caught.
15, 10, 5, touchdown. Dylan Workman turns on the Jets. Blows it up on the left side for 67 yards and a Round Valley score.
It's impressive. Jared Nelson, number 7 for the Cougars, couldn't catch up to him. And right there we see one of the things that Coach Bell mentioned to us pregame that he was excited about for this season was for that young man right there.
One play, 67 yards, and the Elks take the lead for the first time tonight. And Sergio Munez on to try the point after try. The hold is good this time, and the kick is up and through. And with 10 minutes and 27 seconds left to play in the second quarter, the Elks take the lead 13-6. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. Time for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff, brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. Lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. You'll find it at the NPC at Northland Pioneer College. Reedhead trying to get across the 20. He's going to be knocked down. Kalen Newby on the tackle at the 20-yard line, and Dylan Jordan in on the stop as well. Picking up Reedhead and slamming him back at the 15-yard line, and the Elks feeling a little momentum on their side, and you can tell there's a little more energy on that Elks sideline.
Yeah, they totally gang tackled Reedhead on that one. He's pretty frustrated, but the Elks coming out, some momentum, and jumping to the ball.
13-6, 10-19 left to play before half. Elks with the lead here. Out in front by 7. McGinnis takes the snap, passes right side, no one's there. Miscommunication intended for Ethan Walker, and Walker comes off shrugging his shoulders.
The Elks providing some good pressure right there, so could have been bad communication, but he also had to release the ball earlier than he probably wanted to.
You know, Ron, these two programs are perennial playoff contenders, and despite the fact that they have both lost a heavy load of experience on both offense and defense, they packed the house. The crowd is here.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about that. There's a good-sized crowd here. When I walked down earlier, there's quite a line out front.
McGinnis drops his mouthpiece, now takes the snap with two receivers out to the right side. Rose caught. Villalba on the reception at the 28-yard line. Good for 8 yards. Actually, they'll mark him down at the for 7 on the catch. So clock winds to under 9 minutes to play in the halftime. Elks in front by 7, 36. Both teams missing 4 tries on the untimed down. The Elks get their Charles Holiday. Chaz Holiday on the stop for Round Valley. Holiday coming position that time. He figured that one out real quick, keying on all the way, and hits him right off the tackle. And is he a defensive tackle or defensive end? Either way, he makes a great defensive play and forcing the Cougars on 4th down and 5 to set up in punt formation. Reedhead gets off a wobbly spiral, angled to the far sideline. Want to keep it way away from the return men back there of Round Valley. And it's going to be good field position again for Round Valley as it goes out of bounds at the Round Valley 43. 8.5 remains in this half. Don't forget our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show will be coming up at the end of this quarter. We'll break down this first half and take a look inside the numbers with Mike Caldwell, one of the top statisticians in the country.
Yes, he is.
Told me just a second ago, I said, how long was that run? Was it 67 or was it 68? And he said, tomato, tomato. That gives you an indication of how accurate the stats are going to be at halftime. Twin set to the left side, tight end to the right side, man in motion across the formation. Hand it off to Adams, give to Workman, to Workman. Workman spins out of a tackle and gets a first down out to the 40-yard line before he's knocked down across the midfield mark into Cougar territory. Jacob Yeager hits him from behind and knocks him down at the 40. 123 yards on the night for Dylan Workman. 7 carries.
That's a nice statistic for the first half.
Pretty big average there, and it reminds us to remind you that our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game will be coming up at the end of this contest, where we'll announce the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 13-6 Round Valley over Show Low with 8:16 remaining in the first half. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your
Under
smile.
Resort and Casino, 1-800-WAY-UP-HOP.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. Great shot there of the Round Valley Elks getting set to come back out on the field after the timeout. Our camera crew largely from Show Low High School. We'll also have Janessa Moore from Snowflake High School here tonight. Doing a terrific job, all part of the White Mountain Youth production team. And the only thing we're missing is the clock on our graphic. 8:16 left to play here in the second quarter. It's 13-6 Round Valley. The give to Covey, and Covey carries straight up the middle and gets out across the 35-yard line out to the 34. And Villalba on the stop for Show Low. I gotta tell you, Ron, and getting a little excited for the season here. This has been a fun ball game. I thought this might be one-sided, but it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, it's been great, and just to see the energy from Round Valley has been exciting.
Wide receiver out to the far side of the formation for Round Valley is L.J. Foster, and Mariscal just inside of him. Handed to Covey. Covey hit at the line of scrimmage. Will be knocked down by Zach Maxwell. And another player slow to get up on the Cougar side of things. Show Low getting up Gimpia there is Chase Avila. Avila, a 6'3", 220-pound senior defensive lineman, shaking up on the play. Two wide receivers to the far side of the set for Round Valley. That's Mariscal. And they set Mariscal in motion. Foster out wide now to the left. Mariscal comes to the right side, looking to pass. Adams, and he dumps it to Kason Wolf. Caught at the 26-yard line.
That was a real beautiful play call there.
dives to catch it, falls to the ground. A first down for Round Valley, and Round Valley, you can start to see a little bit of doubt creeping into the minds of the Show Low Cougars right now. I think they came into this contest thinking that this one was going to be relatively easy, maybe buying into some of the hype that Round Valley replacing 18 seniors last year. Obviously, they're a smaller school playing in the 2A division versus the 3A that the Cougars play in. And right now, Round Valley's given all that the Cougars can handle. Up 13-6 in Cougar territory. First and 10 from the 26, give to Workman. Workman off the right side has a first down to the 15-yard line where Kyle Fawcett makes the stop for the Cougars.
It's a beautiful downfield block there by number 11, Caleb Newby of the Round Valley Elks.
Time out. Show Low.
To get an extra 5-6 yards out of that play.
We'll take a timeout with them. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
44811-7358.
13-6 ball game. Elks in front. 6:12 remaining in the first half. Elks with the football in Cougar territory. Ball at the Cougar 15 after the timeout. First and 10. Adams hands to Workman. Workman with the big hole. He's got a touchdown. 15 yards. Dylan Workman gets into the scoring column for the second time tonight after scoring on a 67-yard touchdown run. Follows it up with a 15-yard touchdown run, and Round Valley now up by 2 scores over the Show Low Cougars.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have seen this coming. Elks coming out and playing with a lot of not just heart, but also with some good technique on the front on the offensive line.
Comunes on the point after try, and it's good. 20-6. Round Valley with the lead. 6:07 remains in this first half. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Another great looking shot there by our White Mountain Youth production crew. Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. Our Northland Pioneer College kickoff is going to be a low end over-ender that bounces at the 28, rolls out of bounds inside the 20 at the 18, call it the 17-yard line. And a penalty marker on the kick out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. The ball's going to be taken at the 35-yard line. It's first and 10.
Paul Hancock again on the call there for you. Head official tonight of an officiating crew that has done a pretty good job here tonight. can't complain, especially because they recruited Greg Chavez. We probably ought to talk bad about him because they recruited Greg Chavez away from our crew, but nonetheless, we have to be honest, they've done a terrific job. Mike says it proves that Greg can be paid off, and that's true. Reedhead swinging, sweeping to the right side and runs right into the defensive end, who was tied up by Weston Kime. I think he was trying to cut inside of that block, and Dustin Finch was the end over there who had was tied up with Kime, and somehow Reedhead misread the block and ran right into him.
Yeah, it just didn't look like he exploded on any of his decisions once he did hit the line, and he kind of got caught up there and just caught up in the mess and tackled.
Don't forget Northland Pioneer College with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. When it comes time to kick off your college education, check out Northland Pioneer College. 20-6, Round Valley with the lead over Show Low with 5:15 left to play here in this first half. McGinnis to throw, rolling left, and he throws it too high that time. Intended for Reedhead, and it was out of his hands and actually was over the receiver behind him, which makes you wonder if it was intended for Jacob Yeager as well, who is about 10 yards deeper than Reedhead. But neither player able to come up with that pass. And so the Cougars with another third down here.
Again, a real technically tough throw to make when you're rolling out to your left and trying to be accurate throwing across your body like that.
And McGinnis has done a good job. You mentioned that, Ron, early on, that you've been impressed with his accuracy. Both Adams and McGinnis, new quarterbacks this year, both of them have played well. McGinnis just 2 for 8 and a pick tonight that went for a touchdown. And McGinnis in trouble, and he throws it away in time, but he's going to be knocked down by Wolf. Wolf will be credited along with Hogo on a hurry that time. And on 4th down and 11, Show Low's going to be forced to punt this ball away again.
Yeah, he really just wanted to get rid of it, and I don't know, he must have been outside the lines for intentional grounding there, because that wasn't anybody in the vicinity of where he threw it.
Reedhead will be the punter here for Show Low. And back to receive for Round Valley is Mariscal and Foster. They stand at the Elk 40-yard line. Reedhead stands at his 25. Good snap.
Yeah, they were.
This one, nice tail down spiral that's going to back Foster, and he's going to drop it at the 23-yard line. It rolls back inside the 20 where he covers it at the 18. But a miscue that time by Foster on a beautiful punt by Reedhead. And that was triggered really by the punt by Reedhead, who's had some shallow punts in this one. But he got that one to turn over, got the tail down spiral, and that baby sailed. And both Foster and Mariscal were playing up close based on the previous punts. They're playing at the 40-yard line. That one was all the way back.
Timeout, Show! It's their final timeout.
And the Cougars calling another timeout here. We'll keep it here with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left to play. As we get a shot of the Elks mascot there. And the score is 20-6 here with 6:07 left to play with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left to play in the half. The shot of the Round Valley Elks, Thaddeus Coriel. And Round Valley having their way with the Cougars so far here tonight. And we want to remind you that our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show is coming up here, where we'll break down the first half for you, take a look inside the numbers with Mike Caldwell.
Time back on the field.
And don't forget, excellent time to head on up to Sunrise. Their summer activities are still going on through the month of August. You want to catch them on the weekends, extended weekend from Thursday through Monday. and enjoy some of the funnest excitement on the planet at Sunrise. Go to sunriseskipark.com for details. That's sunriseskipark.com as Workman takes the handoff and Avila on the tackle. And a couple of yards on that carry. Sets up a 2nd down and 8. We'll see if the Cougars can get their defense to get them a stop here and another opportunity. You hate to see them go in at halftime down 20-6. It's not where they want to be. Came out and on 4 plays they took the opening drive in, and I think they thought it was going to be easy from there on in. Workman left side at the 40, cuts it back at midfield, will be knocked down inside Cougar territory at the 46. Dylan Workman has been a workhorse here tonight and has really shown off some speed, as we've seen him go for 2 touchdowns already and a ton of big plays. His average has got to be over 12 yards per carry here tonight.
Oh, yeah. And you thought Coach, going to be happy with just running Workman and finishing out the half here, but he really got him knocking on the door of threat another score now.
He's got 182 yards on 11 carries for 16.5 yards per carry average here tonight. And Covey is going to have no yards as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. They move the box about 2 inches. And it brings up 2nd down and 10. Elks will be happy just to burn clock here. Show Low's got to find out a stop for Workman. They cannot allow this to continue. 2 wide outs to the left, tight into the right side. Slot lines up on the right side, single back in the backfield. I believe that's Covey back there. And they throw a dump pass to Yellow Horse here on the near side, and it's incomplete. Adams says, "What happened? You weren't running fast enough." Yellow Horse said, "What happened? You didn't throw it far enough."
Yeah, it looked like, if anything, you ran the route too deep, but who knows?
Picture previous our halftime entertainment getting ready down there, I suppose, and getting ready, a dance crew here. Round Valley getting ready to entertain the fans at halftime during our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show. Couple receivers out wide to the left. On 3rd down and 10. Set a man in motion towards the formation, and crossing the formation to the right side is Newby. Looking to throw, screen, it's set up. Workman caught at the 45, to the 40, 35, 30, to the 25, 20. Near side, 10, 5, knocked down inside the 3. Dylan Workman showing he can do it, not only running the football, but catching the football. Gets a 44-yard pass reception to his name. And if Dylan Workman's not the 2A player of the week this week, I don't know who else would be.
This beautiful pass by Marcus Adams under a lot of duress. It almost looked like a late hit could have been called on him, but he delivered that throw.
15-yard touchdown carry by Workman to put the Elks up 20-6, and now knocking on the door one more time on a 44-yard pass reception to Workman. Eye tandem in the backfield. They give him the eye back, and it is Covey who slams into the chest of Jacob Yeager and pulls his way into the end zone for 6 more for Round Valley. A 3-yard carry by Covey, and Covey's into the scoring column.
Wasn't even close. And there wasn't anybody that was going to stop him from scoring.
That one's set up by a 44-yard reception by Dylan Workman. And the point after try is up and good, and with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left to play before halftime, Round Valley looking to rout Show Low here tonight, up 27-6. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Trenton Covey's, or excuse me, Joshua Covey scores the 3-yard touchdown here to put Round Valley up 27-6. Time now for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. And it's returnable at the 15, out to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he could go midfield, 40. 35, 30, 20.
That's big.
15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Show Low. Going to take it 80 yards on the return. And that is Dalen Toon, the 5'11", 165-pound senior, on the return for the touchdown. And just when you thought the Cougars were dead and out of it, in very little time, they're right back in it. And that's the danger of having the athletes that the Show Low Cougars do have.
Looks like the Cougars going for 2.
Trip set right side. Cougars gonna go for 2 here, and we get a penalty marker. And the Cougars perhaps taking too much time or have too many players on the field.
Illegal substitution on the offense. They had 12 players in position. It's a 5-yard penalty replay.
See if that affects their decision as to whether they go for 2 or not.
Well, Show Low coming out and giving a little bit of hope to celebrate coming into halftime. If they can turn around and stop the Elks here with 2:23 to go for half.
Looking to go for 2 here. McGinnis dropping right side, and he throws, and it is caught.
It's out of bounds.
Oh, it was out of bounds, and it was Toon on the reception. But they cannot convert as he somehow stepped out of bounds, or he just stepped out on that far side and couldn't stay in bounds for the 2-point conversion. So the Cougars make up 6 of their deficit, down 27-12 with 2:23 left to play before halftime. We step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley.
I thought you said 60.
And we came back a little early on the TV side. We'll wait for our radio side to come back, as we were supposed to take a 60-second timeout there, but we took only a 30 for some reason. And time now for a Northland Pioneer College kickoff. Northland Pioneer College reminds you that when it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. And Northland Pioneer College is getting their money's worth here tonight with the kickoffs as a deep kick into the end zone, not returnable. And the Elks will have an 80-yard field. So 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to play here in the first half. And it's 27-12 as Show Low gets an 85-yard touchdown run out of Dalen Toon. And so Round Valley will see if they can put more points on here with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left before halftime, starting at their 20-yard line. In the gun, Adams takes a keeper around the right side, and he rolls over a defensive back that time in the backfield of the Show Low Cougars at the 33-yard line.
Puts his head down and piles right over Cal Fawcett.
I don't think as a defensive back, you're not used to seeing quarterbacks lower their shoulder on you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not what you dream of right there.
Yeah, I think that took Fawcett by surprise that time as Elks pick up a first down. After they set the chains, clock continues to wind. Under 2 minutes to play now in this half. We've lost our graphic on the screen. We apologize. But 27-12 is our score. And another keeper by Adams. Gets out to the 35-yard line. Picks up 4 on the carry. Brings up a second down and 6.
Timeout. Round Valley.
And another timeout. I don't think I've ever
interesting.
seen this many timeouts in a first half.
It's an interesting timeout with a minute 32. You think Coach Bell's thinking he's going to draw up something to score here?
Well, I don't think there's any question that he wants to put more points on because he knows just how dangerous that Show Low Cougar team is over there. Cougars, I think, are a sleeping giant right now. I think they came out into this contest, they score on 4 plays, and they think this is going to be an easy game. They let their guard down, and then Round Valley starts to feel a little bit of confidence.
Yep.
The next thing you know, the Cougars find themselves down by 3 scores. And
that initial punch by the Round Valley Elks came from their defense in the first quarter when Hunter Ziegler had a pick 6. Just to kind of shock the passing game of the Cougars. Then, of course, followed up by Workman constantly.
Minute 32 remains as they come back from the timeout. They face a 2nd and 7 from their 35. In the gun, 2 wide left, 2 wide to the right. Workman out of the formation, in motion. And they give Adams, going to try to take it around the right side, and Trace Avila is going to make the tackle for a loss on the play all the way back to the 32.
I think that was 3 consecutive runs there by number 1 Adams. And so it'll be interesting to know what Coach Bell was planning there. Maybe, in fact, just trying to figure out how to get out.
Well, I wouldn't doubt. I think if you're a Cougar, you better be looking out for Workman right here. Somebody better be keying on Workman.
Maybe they're lulling to sleep down the right side, and
they empty the backfield. 5 wide receivers. 3 left, 2 right. Adams in the gun. 3rd and 10. Throws. Caught on a wide receiver screen on the left side. And it'll be close to a first down. He's knocked down at about the 43-yard line.
First down.
And they say first down, and I missed who caught it. Still looking for a jersey number here. Martinez on the reception. Keeps the chains alive, but only 30 seconds remaining now in the first half. Ball spotted at the Elk 42, fresh set of downs. Adams looking to throw. In trouble, going to be hammered.
Hit hard.
And the ball's loose. And Moreno had an open shot.
Turnover.
And the Cougars look like they have the football. Adams is slow to get up. The football was recovered by the Cougars' Jacob Yeager. The officials sorting this out.
Clock's running. How could the clock be running?
And I don't know if they turned, they must have said he was down. It's not a turnover. Yeager came up with the football, but they say he was down by contact.
Coach isn't going to be happy about that.
And the Elks are just going to let this time expire. They're going to halftime with a 27-12 lead.
How could he be down? Would that have been like a ground can't cause a fumble type thing?
I don't know. That's
he got hit hard and he got twisted and he landed right on his back.
I'm not sure that the football didn't come out until he hit the ground, and the ground can't cause the fumble. So that would be my guess. 27-12. The halftime lead goes to the Round Valley Elks. So we get set for our.
Oh no! Look at this. See, this is the real entertainment right here, Camden.
Yeah.
Got the kids coming out onto the field.
We get set for halftime entertainment, and our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show is coming up next here, live from Round Valley. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
All right, ready? Here comes your audio.
Well, we welcome you back to the Dome in Round Valley and our halftime entertainment here. Pretty good looking dance squad here from Round Valley. We'll have to get some more information on these guys. I'm not sure who these guys are actually. See if we can send Isaiah down to find out who these guys are, who this dance crew is.
The coach is right over here.
Isaiah says he thinks it's the Round Valley dance team, but I think it's a special group.
Good luck to your dance team.
Well, Erica Penrod, whose maiden name was Penrod, but I don't know what her married name is here, and that's her dance crew, I suppose. So it's a dance academy, I suppose, is what it is, and really fun halftime show. And now we get a chance to see some of the kids out there. I want to thank our White Mountain Youth production crew here tonight, our technical director, Stephanie Fragoso, graphics, Shane Bobian, camera operators are Zoe Paxson, Jimmy Maxwell, Daniel Reby, Janessa Moore, and Jacob Shriver. And special thanks to our in-studio producer tonight, Ashley Harley, back on the radio side as the kids get set to do their part here tonight. We welcome you to our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show. And don't forget, great things going on up at Sunrise. If you love high adventure, you'll love what's happening at Sunrise, as they've got one of the coolest zip lines in the state of Arizona, along with a rock climbing wall, a bungee jump. They've got a big old bounce jump that they do. They've got downhill mountain biking. They've got a ton of stuff up there. Again, if you like high adventure, head on up to Sunrise. They're open throughout the month of August on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can get all the details at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. Let's recap the first half for you as we take a look at this ball game. It looked like the Cougars were going to come out and dominate in this one, as Weston Kime started out this ball game with a 13-yard carry on a touchdown that capped off a 72-yard, 4-play drive for Show Low. Four plays and they were in the end zone, and I think that set the tone for them. Mentally, I think they felt like, hey, this is going to be easy. We're going to walk all over these guys. But Round Valley hung in there, and you got to credit Coach Bell and his coaching staff because they never gave up. Round Valley goes 3 first downs in their first possession and then are forced to punt. Then Show Low is forced to punt. Then Round Valley is forced to punt on their ensuing possession. Show Low then gets pinned deep in their own territory on the 1-yard line. They battle out of it, get a first down. Looks like they're going to be okay. They throw a pick six. Hunter Ziegler picks it off and takes it 22 yards for the score for Round Valley. A missed point after try, and we're tied at 6 with 2:09 left to play in the first quarter. Show Low takes over and can't get anywhere with it. They turn over after a long drive, turn it over on downs, and then with 10 minutes and 27 seconds left, Round Valley gets in the scoring column again as they take the ensuing punt, they take that possession, they get it turned over on downs, and then Round Valley has a 67-yard carry by Dylan Workman. 1-play drive. The point after try is good, and Round Valley leads it 13-7 with 10:27 left to play second. Dylan Workman back at it again after Show Low fails on their next possession. Dylan Workman caps off a long drive for Round Valley. 15-yard carry this time. With 6:07 left to play in the half, they lead 20-6. And then Dylan Workman again sets up a 3-yard carry by Joshua Covey on a 44-yard reception by Dylan Workman to set that play up. A 3-yard carry by Joshua Covey. And Round Valley with 2.5 remaining before halftime leads it 27-6. But Show Low on the ensuing kickoff takes it 85 yards on a touchdown return by Dalen Toon. They go for a 2-point conversion. It fails, and that's where we remain here in the first half, 27-12. As we continue to watch the youngsters who are out there. And we'll take a look at the cheer squad. Those young kids, we'll try to get a close-up there. Maybe we can get Janessa Moore to get a close-up of the kids. And there they are coming off the field, the cheerleading squad, inviting all the youngsters in town to come out. And I got to tell you, that's probably some of the, look at this one right here. That cute one right there. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We'll step away, back with more of our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show when we return. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares. Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome you back to the Dome in Round Valley. And if I can figure out technically where my statistician is, I believe I got you right there, Mike. We'll have Mike Caldwell join us now with a look inside the numbers that tell the true story here at the half. The halftime score 27-12. Round Valley over Show Low. Mike?
Hey, thanks, Camden.
Oops, hold on, Mike. I don't know what's going on here. There you go.
Thanks, Camden. You know, really, first of all, I'll start off with a well-played game this is. There's only been a handful of penalties on both sides and one turnover. Of course, it was a big turnover, but, I mean, for the start of the season, they're playing in 0 week. Pretty well coached game, really executed game. So you got to give both teams credit, and they're both young. So, but anyway, let's start off with the Show Low Cougars came out with the ball and looked like they were really going to manhandle the Elks. They scored in 4 plays. Weston Kime led the way. 3 big carries. Actually, he ended up his first 3 carries were for 58 yards. Okay, so he's got a total of 11 carries for 74 yards. So first 3 carries comes out, 58 yards. Round Valley's really adjusted to him, and since that, he's had 8 carries for 16 yards. So Show Low's total rushing yards is 105, led by Weston Kime, 74. Colton McGinnis struggled a little bit on passing. He's only 3 of 9 for 19 yards and a big interception that was returned for a touchdown. So Round Valley came out, got kind of hit in the mouth, but they really came back out and shut their defense down, which they're known for. Coach Bell's the master of the defense. They held Show Low to 19 yards passing and 105 yards rushing for a total of 124 yards. Round Valley, on the other hand, took a little while to get going. He had that big interception, and they kind of seemed to roll. Adams is 4 of 8 for 88 yards. Dylan Wortman's leading receiver, 1 reception for 44 yards. And then Dylan Wortman's also leading the way on rushing, 11 11 carries for 180 yards and 2 TDs, bringing the total of 314 yards for the Round Valley Elks. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half. Momentum switches back to the Cougars.
Well, you talked about held to 105 yards rushing in that first half. And, 72 yards of that was on the opening drive. And so that, to your point, Mike, I think really solidifies how good Coach Bell is at making in-game adjustments.
Yeah, excellent.
And what an incredible job they've done defensively, shutting down this Cougar offense that is almost always a high potent offense. And tonight it has been off to a rough start. Halftime score 27-12. We'll step away. We'll be back with our opening kick, or our Northland Pioneer College kickoff for the second half when we return. This has been this has been Sunrise Park Resort's halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Go to sunriseskipark.com for details at sunriseskipark.com. And we will, as we say, step away and be back right after this.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
You got the wrong camera. They're watching the wrong feed.
Well, we welcome you back to the Dome in Round Valley, and with 2 minutes left here before we get this second half started, we welcome back in Ron Everingham for our second half adjustments as we wrap up this final segment before the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. And I think, Ron, it's been a kind of a tough night if you're a Show Low Cougar fan. I think you were expecting Show Low to do a lot better than they've done so far here tonight.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking that the big plays, there were so many big plays that first half of, just big breakout plays, and so it'll be interesting to see how both teams adjust to something like that and see if Show Low can shut down Workman.
Well, Workman has been absolutely phenomenal here tonight, and I got to tell you, he's now on everyone's radar in the 2A conference, because I don't think any team will game plan after they see this film and not be prepared to face Workman. But he is so talented and so fast that he is going to be a handful for anybody that has to go up against this Round Valley team. It's just a very impressive night for that young man. Well, we want to remind you that coming up at the end of this contest, we'll announce our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. They're located on Highway 260 south of Pine Top, right-hand side of the road, just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. And you'll find the best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. So get set for our Northland Pioneer College kickoff, brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose a college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. Halftime score, 27-12. It is the Show Low Cougars trailing in this one, and the Elks, who won the toss, deferred to the second half, are going to add some insult to injury and are going to get the ball back to start this third quarter, up 27-12. Mariscal and Foster back to receive for Round Valley. Jan Ramirez, the 5'10", 170-pound senior, set to put foot into it from the Show Low Cougar 40. High end-over-end kick, going to be returnable at the goal line. To the 5, to the 10, up the numbers, angles to the outside of the 20. It gets across the 25 and will get knocked down at the 21 as Avila comes up with a big hit that time. And the Round Valley Elks will have good field position, though, to start this next drive at the 26-yard line. Certainly not their best of the night, but not their worst either. Up 27-12, looking for opportunities here against the Show Low Cougar defense that has shown a lot of areas that need improvement. 4-man front for Show Low. 2 wide receivers to the right for Round Valley. Slot lines up on the left side of the formation. Single back in the backfield is Workman. They hand to him. He goes right side across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. And Workman picking up 6 to 7 yards on first down as the tackle was made by Trayson Neff, but not before. Workman picks up 6 yards, brings up 2nd down and 6.
It's going to be interesting to see what kind of drive this is. I don't know, just from my, observation, unofficial, just from what it seems like. It seems like the Round Valley team is a lot more stable in their confidence, and Show Low's been a play. It's typically a little more emotional up and downs. So it'll be interesting to see what Round Valley does.
Twin set wide to the left, and Workman goes straight ahead this time. Weston Kime on the stop as he gets across the 35-yard line to the 36. Good for a Round Valley first down. That's going to be a Little Bluebird Studios first down.
Nice. Yeah.
Round Valley, we just got word, is planning on running the football a lot in this half. 2 receivers, twin set to the right side, slot left, and 3 players move.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Nice job by our White Mountain Youth production crew capturing Paul Hancock, our head official tonight. And with the clock rolling here to under 11, well, about 10 and a half now remains in the third. Round Valley facing a first down and 15 from their own 32. And they shift the tight end to the right side along with the slot, and they hand it off to Workman.
That's a bad one.
Is going to get spun down by the face mask. And not sure who got a hold of the cage, but they
didn't let go.
No, they made the made the tackle by the face mask, and Workman. Well,
that's one way to stop him.
Yeah, this kid's approaching
Personal
200
foul,
yards.
Face mask on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty. The result of the play will be a first down.
192 yards on Workman, and a big flagrant is called here. Personal foul variety, 15 yards from the spot. And so from midfield now, a 1st and 10 for Round Valley as they give to Workman again, off tackle right side into Cougar territory, knocked down at the 45 by Keegan Clark, but a gain of 5. And in that first half, we had Workman averaging about 16 yards per carry, and he just continues to make big runs, and that's a big problem for this Show Low Cougar defense. They've got to be able to do something about his ability to run. Covey lines up as a single back in the backfield. Twin set to the left side, slot right, tight end right, hand to Covey. Covey up the middle, and the Cougars are going to stack him up after a gain of a couple. Weston Kime, the first one on the tackle that time for the Cougars.
We've talked a lot about it tonight, but this new coaching staff for Show Low is the defense is led by Brian Maxwell, which is Monte Maxwell's brother. So both sidelines have brothers as coaches.
Take a look at a Round Valley coach here. Actually, that's the facilities coordinator here.
He does a good job too.
Yeah. Steve Elder there. Handed off straight ahead. And Covey this time has some good yardage across the 40, inside the 40 to the Cougar 39. Good for a Little Bluebird Studio first down. Little Bluebird Studio, best place to get your shirts, hats, T-shirts. Need them screen printed or need them logoed or embroidered. They'll take care of you. Little Bluebird Studios of Pine Top.
You know how impressive Camden is the Marcus Bell coaching staff. I mean, maybe underrated in our area because just year after year he's bringing these kids up and
absolutely
and disciplining these kids.
Hand to Covey. Covey slips off a tackle and gets on second effort out to the 35. Ball comes loose, but the official right away says he was down. And I don't think he was down on the ground. I think they had blown the play dead. And so from the 34-yard line, it is second down and 4 now. After Covey gets into the running action. Now they go I-tandem in the backfield behind Adams. Covey and Workman. Workman dotting the I. Twin set to the right side on second down and 4. Hand it to Workman. Workman hit in the backfield by Kime, and Kime going to drive him all the way back to the 40-yard line. Weston Kime had that one figured out from the beginning. Now, here's the question. It's been Round Valley has been running straight up the middle on almost every play of this drive, and now Show Low may be starting to cheat a little bit. We'll see if the Elks try to do something to the outside or maybe even a play action pass here. Good time to throw a little wrinkle. Forward progress that time was to the 36-yard line, so it'll be third down and 7 from the Cougar 36. Twin set left, I-tandem in the backfield. Adams sets a man in motion coming across the formation. That's Newby. Play action, throws, and it's tipped and almost picked off. Adams was hit by Weston Kime as he tried to throw that football, and that's why it came out awkwardly. Trayson Neff was the Cougar player who had a chance at it, tips it, and it's incomplete. Great shot of Weston Kime there as he was the one that got into the backfield on a blitz and was able to get to Adams.
Yeah, they're going to punt it away, see if they can pin them back again.
4th and 7 from the 36. Elks going to punt. Adams going to angle this one towards the sideline, bounces out at the 11-yard line. Adams had one that was at the 1-yard line in the first half, and this will be his second inside the 20. Pretty good
down
statistics.
To the 16.
Pretty good statistics for Adams. Looks like we've given up on our graphics and are now just going to go with a clock, picture of a clock on this broadcast. We apologize.
Plan B.
Want to thank our crew, though, doing a great job of working through the problem and getting to a solution that's perhaps not the best, but it will work. 6 minutes, 47 seconds left to play here in this third quarter with the Elks up 27-12, and the Cougars do their job forcing Round Valley to punt after they had scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
False start on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first.
And so Round Valley, who scored on 3 consecutive possessions late in the second quarter, was turned away at halftime and now has been turned away to start this third quarter. So Cougars got to be happy with their defense, at least in the last 2 possessions. Reception made by Toon on the far side, and Workman is going to make the tackle after Toon has a couple of yards. The penalty had them marked first down at 15 back at the 11, and now they're back to about the 9-yard line, call it the 10-yard line.
Nice pursuit there by the secondary defensive players as the man that was on the initial contact held him up, and there were a lot of people coming in for help.
Wide receiver to the near side of the formation. Cougars with a single back in the backfield to the left of McGinnis, and that is Weston Kime, the only player to have an offensive score for the Cougars. And he's going to be hit after he's handed the ball in the backfield for a loss of 2. And Workman was the guy who got there. How about Workman for the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game? I think be hard to find anybody that has had as much impact on this game as Workman has.
To this point, that's certainly true.
5 minutes, 25 seconds left to play third quarter. It's a 27-12 ball game. Round Valley with the lead. Elks pinning the Cougars back inside the 20 on this possession. Now facing a 3rd down and 19 from, well, it's not third and 19. It's 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14 should be from the 13-yard line.
Going deep, first time tonight.
Oh, left side, we get penalty markers. A pass intended for Foster. Oh, excuse me, that's Foster was called on the penalty. Fabian, was it Clark? Keegan Clark, the intended receiver. There we go. There's a great shot at Clark there by our crew.
Yeah,
pass interference
Mike was
on
just
the defense.
mentioning
It's a 15-yard penalty. Result of the play will be a first down.
Although not looking like a great foul, it could have actually saved a touchdown, because for the first time tonight, any team attacking deep with the pass.
And McGinnis threw a pretty good ball that time. So a first down is gained by the Cougars. Little Bluebird Studio first down. And they hand it off to Cal Fawcett here, who goes around the left side and gets it across the 35-yard line, knocked down at the 36. Irigoyen and Foster on the tackle for Round Valley.
.426 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 27-12, the Cougars lead. Or excuse me, Round Valley leads. Cougars trying to attack.
McGinnis looking to throw near side, caught at the 42, spun down at the 43-yard line. Villalba with the reception. Mariscal on the tackle for Round Valley, but it good for a Little Bluebird Studio first down. How about that pitch and catch there, Ron?
That was nice. That looked like a play of old for the Cougars. Well executed and ran play. Timing was perfect.
Couple of twins line up. And man in motion, and Reed head across the formation from right to left. They give it to Keim, and Keim hit at the backfield. He's tripped up by Kaysen Wolf that time. Falls forward for a couple, but Keim just has not had the running room that he had after that first drive. Even in that first half, we saw Keim get off a couple of other good runs, but man, it has been pretty stingy by this Elk defense.
Keim is frustrated about it, throwing the ball down there, looking at his teammates. And when you talk about that running attack of the past, the Cougars, they've had some incredible backfields over the past couple of years too, and so lots of new looks for the Cougars.
And a quick throw to the left side this time. McGinnis overthrows his intended receiver, Keegan Clark, down the far sideline. Foster on the coverage for Round Valley. And that'll bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 9.
That pass never really had a chance. It's going to be a big 3rd and 9 play here.
3rd and 9 for the Cougars. Good time for a big step by the defense.
In the gun, McGinnis. Hand to Reedhead. Sweeping to the left side. He's got to get by Foster, and he can't do it. Can't turn the corner. A loss of 3 on the play, and the speed of this Elk defense has been getting to the Show Low Cougars. They are just too fast on the edges, and Show Low cannot get off their usual big gainers to the outside.
Yeah, again, the Elks defense showing great discipline, as they really have from just about every area of the field tonight. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they do when they get the ball back here with a couple minutes to go in the third quarter, to see if they go back to that smash mouth football to take more time off this clock.
And Reedhead to punt on 4th down, and it goes out of bounds. He angles it out of bounds at the 37-yard line. And you can tell that the Cougars do not want to give this ball to any of the return men, as they have angled almost every punt to the outside, with exception to one. Reedhead got off a really big punt. I wish we had the yardage on it. I think it was probably ended up being about a 45-yard punt, which drove the Elks back to inside their 25-yard line on a tremendous punt by Reedhead. One that was muffed and then recovered by the Elks.
Yeah, Reedhead didn't look happy about that punt. It'd be interesting to know if that was strategic or if he just kind of went off the side of his foot.
Sure looked like he was trying to, but I think he wanted to get further down the field. Workman off the tackle left side has some good yardage out to the 44-yard line. Jared Nelson and Zach Maxwell in on the stop for the Show Low Cougars. And that is 202 yards on the night for Dylan Workman on 16 carries.
It's impressive.
Elks leading 27-12. Both teams have had a possession in this third quarter. Both teams have been forced to punt. And Round Valley now setting up with good field position with 1:05 left to play here in the third. Give to Workman again, has a hole to midfield, 45-40, 35-30, 25. It'll be knocked down inside they'll mark him down at the 21-yard line as Keegan Cart forces him out of bounds.
He's got such an explosive, explosiveness through the line. It's really fun to watch.
237 yards tonight for Dylan Workman. How about that?
That's a good night. No wonder Coach Bell said he was excited to watch him play tonight.
Big game for the Workman running the ball. Great job by the offensive line, opening goals for Kobe and Workman.
Well, I don't know how long it's been since Round Valley has beaten Show Low, but they're in a good position to do it here tonight, as Adams is going to keep on a draw. Adams gets it inside the 15-yard line. Good for a Little Bluebird Studio first down. No, they're going to be just shy of the first down marker.
First down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Let's make some noise. Build up Round Valley offense.
Adams hands to Covey. Covey has a room, and he's going to bounce his way into the end zone. 11 yards on the score for Round Valley. Second score of the night for Joshua Covey.
You can watch this game live, streaming on iTalk1067.com.
So with just 29 seconds left.
1067.com, find it on YouTube.
And Sergio Comunes puts it up and through, and with 29 seconds left to play third quarter, Round Valley leads 34-12. We step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery target. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Great job by the Round Valley.
Well, it's been all Round Valley. They are showing their stuff tonight, 34-12 over a Show Low Cougar team that was a semifinalist last year. Show Low Cougars lost to Sabino in the semifinals last year, the 3A state playoffs, and Round Valley has had their number tonight. Deep kickoff, picked up at the 10, fumbled at the 10, then picked up, and it'll be returned out to the 25. Dalen Toon on the return for Show Low. Chaz Holiday on the tackle as we get a look at the Round Valley Elks mascot here. A lot to cheer about if you're an Elks fan. Up 34-12 with 22 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. 11-yard carry by Joshua Covey to put him up 34-12. After a big first half for Round Valley, they come out, they get stuffed in their opening drive. Stopped on and forced to punt, but then they're able to stop Show Low. We'll see if they can do it again. Quick slant here near side. It is caught by Walker. Or excuse me, Ethan Walker on the reception and Newby on the coverage, and it looks like they may have caught him with a pass interference. So for the Show Low Cougars, that could be a little Bluebird studio first down. Ethan Walker, 5'7", 180-pound junior, makes a great reception at
Pass
contact.
interference on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Result of the play will be a first down.
And first down and 10. Slots lining up left and right. Now they send Reedhead out wide to the left. Single receiver to the right side. McGinnis looks right now, throws it across the middle. Is tipped up and almost caught.
Wow.
Jacob Yeager goes high up into the air, or excuse me, Ziegler goes high up in the air. No, was it Yeager? Hunter Ziegler, yeah, Hunter Ziegler goes high in the air and tips that one, almost tipped it to another one of his players, but it falls incomplete. And that young man got some hops, 5'11", 6'1", 170, or excuse me, he's 6'1", 172-pound junior, and got high in the air to knock that one down. 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Elks up 34-12. Ball at the Show Low Cougar 40. Elks bring in some extra men, and they pass it off to the left side, caught by Reedhead. It is Fawcett on the reception. Cal Fawcett on the reception, and he's knocked out of bounds. Just shy of midfield. They'll spot him at the 46, call it the 48-yard line. Some scorers coming out of Page before halftime. See if we can get an up at halftime. It was Page up 12-0 over Blue Ridge, which is quite a surprise.
Page beat the Blue Ridge JV last night, I heard too.
And that ends the third quarter of action. And so we head to the fourth and final quarter here from Round Valley, where
Game streaming later after the game, iTalk1067.com.
Round Valley and
You're clear.
Show Low haven't had it here tonight, and it's been all Round Valley. Except for the opening drive of the game, Show Low offensively has not scored. They got a kickoff return for a touchdown, and right now at the end of the third quarter, it is the Yellow Jackets trailing the Page Sand Devils 26-7. McGinnis in trouble, now throws, and it's almost picked off. Mariscal knocks it away, as the Cougars just have not had their way. And offensively, McGinnis hasn't had a whole lot of time. Just doesn't have time to set his feet. That pass was intended for Show Low's Keegan Clark. Clark, a 6'1", 160-pound sophomore. Brings up fourth down, and you got to wonder at this position in the field if the Cougars are going to go for it on 4th down and 2. And it looks like they are, as McGinnis will stay in the gun. They send Reedhead here to the near side in a trips package along with Villalba and Fawcett. And looking to throw, and has a pass caught. McGinnis rolling to his right and passes to Keegan Clark, who came back, ran his defender up the field, and then came back and makes a reception at the 40-yard line, and that gives you a sense of just how fast Clark is. Able to get all the way up to the 45-yard line, run his defender off, and come back and make that play. Good for a first down, a Little Bluebird Studio first down for the Show Low Cougars. Also tonight, Snowflake victorious over the Tuba City Warriors 49-6. Pass here to the near sideline is overthrown. That pass intended for Villalba.
Too deep, and you notice Show Low taking some stabs at some quick scores here to try to get back in this one. They're going to run out of time here pretty soon. This kind of a deficit with only 11 minutes.
Aaron Villalba, a 5'10 junior, 160-pounder, got down the field quickly. We've seen him make some good plays tonight. And it is 34-12. Officials sorting something out. I'm not sure what it is, but a little bit of an official's delay here. See if we get an explanation. We'll go back to the official here.
There's no penalty on the play. It's second down.
I didn't even see the penalty marker thrown, but
Second down and 10, 40.
apparently nothing happened. So second down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Show Low sending 3 receivers to the near side and 1 receiver out wide to the right with the slot lining up on the right side of the line. Quick throw right side. It is caught. Reception is made by Keegan Clark, and good for about 5. Mariscal on the tackle. And this is where, if you're a Show Low Cougar, you get a lot of, this is a good experience for them as a young team, trying to figure out how do you get back to playoff quality football? Well, you fight your way out of battles just like this. Deficits and adversity are going to come. You got to learn how to continue to push. Trip set to the left. Single receiver to the right is Clark. McGinnis pump fakes to him, now throws it.
Nice
deep
play.
downfield. It's caught by Clark. And Mariscal on the tackle inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. And Clark, that was a quick pump. They've been running that comeback on that far sideline, Ron.
Yeah.
And that set that play up. He's been running his receiver deep, coming back for the reception. And on that play, he fakes that comeback and then goes deep, and McGinnis hits him on a perfect throw.
It was a nice throw on the sideline, tucked away, and wasn't much the defender could do about it.
Little Bluebird Studio, first down for Show Low. Twin set to the left side, single receiver to the right side is Clark. McGinnis in the gun with an empty backfield. Slot lines up on the left side. The Elks are going to come in on McGinnis. McGinnis just trying to throw that one away, and pretty lucky he didn't throw it into the hands of Mariscal, as he threw it short to that side towards Clark, his intended receiver.
Yeah, probably a little. Probably a little too close for Coach Clough there.
And you got Reedhead coming out of the frame right there. Our camera operator dismissed him. But he's walking off to the sideline. He's been ejected from the game. Reedhead not happy. See if we can get a shot. Reedhead really unhappy.
Stay on one the whole time. Well, I mean, go to the official, but get back to one.
Somebody else needs to get to the official, and when he starts to talk to him.
Ineligible receiver downfield. That's a 5-yard penalty. Ineligible receiver downfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Unsportsmanlike penalty on the offense. That's a 15-yard penalty.
And no ejection. He did not get ejected, so he comes out perhaps to cool off.
That's good for him, because that would have been a tough lesson learned. The Cougars are going to need him here.
Hard way to learn that lesson for sure. So 10 minutes remains in the contest. Cougars trying to claw their way back into this one, down 34-12. And they face a first down and goal from the 29 now after the consecutive penalties. The pass to Clark is caught inside the 25 at the 24. So they make up some of the difference there. Irigoyen on the stop. We get a shot at Clark there. He's had a good night on receiving the football tonight. Also a good night defensively. It's 4 receptions tonight for 51 yards for Keegan Clark, in the running for a Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Also looking for our Beeler Orthodontic Straight Line Play of the Game tonight. Ron Everingham has the honors of announcing all of these things. And Beeler Orthodontics reminds you, live to smile, love your smile. McGinnis in trouble, gets hammered.
It's hit hard.
Charles Holiday comes and just about decapitates him. That one in the running for our Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Best place to get quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. What a shot. 8.5 remaining, clock winding here, and a 3rd down and 27 after the loss on the play. Holiday's credited with a sack on the play. Kime lined up flanking. McGinnis on his right. Takes a snap, throws deep to nobody. Overthrew everyone. Clark was down the middle, and it looked like McGinnis thought he was going to run a post flag pattern. He stays on the post route and threw it towards the flag, and nobody was there. That'll stop the clock here with 8 minutes, 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 34-12, Round Valley with the lead. But the Show Low Cougars, with a lot of firepower, certainly have the weapons to get back into this one, but they're going to have to hurry.
They're going to call a timeout.
Timeout, White.
We'll take
Yes,
it. We'll take the timeout with them. 34-12 Round Valley. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school.
Big play for defense. Give us some support.
Down 22.
Big play here for the Show Low Cougars, as you mentioned, Ron.
Down 22.
4th and goal from the 27. Quick pass right side. Caught by Yeager. Yeager going to be dropped inside the 20 by Dylan Workman at the 19. You know, for as little as Dylan Workman is, he sure has done well defensively tonight. I mean, we talked about his offensive prowess, but he's had a great defensive game as well.
Yeah, as it started early too. So now we're down into some game management here for Round Valley. It's going to be interesting to see how they come through this. Camden, I looked up some stats, and actually under Coach Bell's regime here, he has not beat Show Low since 2011. Actually, it's been since 2006 that Round Valley even beat Show Low.
Wow. Well, it'll be a
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You can bet that Bell's pretty happy with the outcome of this game, but things like that are things that he's probably not going to be real happy with this team. Those little miscues, especially when you talk about clock management. Now they face a first down and 15. That's their 7th penalty of the night, and Adams is going to keep, and he's going to lower his shoulder.
Yeah, when Adam runs, he finishes. That's impressive for a quarterback.
And we got a little scuffle down there as Adams and Fawcett. I think Fawcett took exception that time to Adams lowering his shoulder and knocking him down. But Adams is not your traditional NFL quarterback. He does not slide in there for you. If you're going to – you better – he doesn't even want to juke you. He wants to run you down. He's head hunting out there, looking to bloody some knuckles. 2nd down and 3. Handle Workman. And Workman at the 30.
Wow.
Gets to the 35-yard line. Good for a Little Bluebird Studio first down.
You know, Camden, not only has Coach Bell not beat Show Low, but the 3 times that they've played, the scores have been 34-7, 28-6, and 25-6, and so they barely have even scored a touchdown in each of those contests, and so it's got to be a little refreshing to come out here and put 34 points up so far.
Yeah, that's
official's timeout for an injury.
That's certainly something that they are going to take a lot of pride in on this game, is just how well they played offensively, and especially with 18 players replaced, 18 seniors replaced. Dylan Workman, by the way, 18 carries, 246 yards on the night.
That's solid.
One more big run by him, and he's going to have a 300-yard night rushing.
If he can average 300 yards a game, they're going to do fine this season.
Yeah, yeah, I think I don't think that he's going to be able to do this every night, but I don't know. You know, and Show Low's not a shabby defense. I mean, they've got speed and size, and I am absolutely impressed with Dylan Workman tonight. He's been lights out, as well as those heavies up front. And you know, they're not very heavy, as Mike Caldwell just mentioned. They are small, on the smaller side for defensive linemen. And Adams going to keep. Let's see if he goes headhunting again. He gets spun down before he can as he gets out to the 44-yard line. Skylar Jane on the tackle for the Cougars. I tell you, it's a lot of fun to watch high school football again. We've had a lot of time off, and it's nice to be back in the saddle again and back to calling games. Got a lot of new wrinkles in our broadcasts this year. Hopefully they'll work out at some point. Technically, as usual, we're in not quite to midseason form yet. Handed off straight ahead to Joshua Covey, and Covey good for a Little Bluebird Studio first down across the 40-yard line. Will be marked at the 47. From the Elk 47, a fresh set of downs.
You know, Covey's such a great component of that running attack. You know, Workman getting the majority of the carries, and then Covey coming in. Looks like he's a little bulkier, maybe not quite as quick, but definitely provides a nice option for the Elks in the backfield.
Nice shot there of McCall. And a back
Look
foot
at that.
there.
Number
Nice.
64.
Oh, another one. Oh, that one didn't quite turn out as well. Covey straight up the middle, and Kine and two other Show Low Cougar defenders come in and snow him under. But Kime got there first. I want to say thanks to our sponsors tonight: Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Sunrise Park Resort, Northland Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Beeler Orthodontics, Deemer's Glass, the Indian Pine Restaurant out at the Honda Casino, along with the Honda Resort, the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Octopus Car Wash, and Subway, along with Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Hands down, best place to purchase your next Ford, is they've got a price guarantee. They will not be beat in the state of Arizona. Be sure to take a look at all their cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs out there on sale every day out at Show Low Ford. Go in and ask for Guy Hatch and tell him that iTalk 1067 sent you, and he'll add a little extra discount to your purchase. As we see Adams getting a Little Bluebird Studio first down. Oh, look at that shot, Ron. Nice looking
Elk right there.
Elk getting ready for his career as an Elk football player, taking in the sights and sounds of this contest. And twin set to the left side of the formation, handed off to Covey. Covey straight ahead, out across the 40, out to the 38-yard line.
Gonna start to see some of the crowd filter out.
Crowd sensing that this game is in hand by the Elks, who are up 34-12 with under 4 minutes to play here in just 3 seconds from now. And now the clock winding under 4 minutes left in the contest. Elks in control of this one with the football at the Cougar 39 and a second down and 7. Twin set to the left side, single motion to the right side, give to Covey. Covey slips a tackle at the line of scrimmage and gets to the 35. Trayson Neff able to get him down right at the 35-yard line. Some more fans here. Those kids look like they're happy enough to be Show Low fans, but I'm not sure if maybe they're just bored. Wide receiver right, single receiver to the left, tight end on the right side. And movement on the line.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay third down.
So penalty called here against Round Valley, and let's see if the Cougars can hold. Third and 8. Give to Covey. Covey hit in the backfield, dragging a tackler with him across the 42-yard line out to the 43. Want to give a shout out to our engineer who's in Safford, Arizona, watching the broadcast, Reed Richens. Longtime morning DJ there in the Gila Valley. If you've ever lived there, you know Reed Richens for his career on radio. We know him up here because he fixes our towers. In fact, we're on high power on iTalk because of his fine work over the last couple of weeks. Twin set to the left side, slot right. And a single receiver deep in the backfield, and we get a delay of game called here. So it'll be
delay game.
If I'm not mistaken, ninth penalty tonight.
It looks like they took that one almost on purpose. But
they wanted to punt.
The penalty a couple before that was probably frustrating to Coach Bell.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to punt, get room to punt this and try to pin the Cougars deep.
Take as much time off the clock as possible.
Adams with the punt gets off a ender that bounces at the 16. It goes out of bounds inside the 13-yard line. They go out at the 12.
He's had some solid punts tonight.
He has. That's the third punt inside the red zone tonight. Third one inside the 20. And, you start the first game with no stats. And all of a sudden you got players like Workman, who's approaching 300 yards on the season already. You got a guy like Adams, who's had a terrific night passing the football. You've got a guy like Adams who's done a terrific job punting the football. And all of a sudden you start to see some clear stars arise on both of these teams, but really on the Round Valley Elks team tonight. Up 34-12 with 2:06 left to play here in the contest. And an empty backfield for McGinnis. Takes the snap, hands to Kime. He sweeps the left side at the 10 to the 15 to the 20. He'll be knocked out of bounds, and a little bit of a late shove into the wall that time. We'll see if we can get a shot of him. I think he went down pretty hard. He's up and underneath the concrete that time, or underneath the stands. Man, you get off that turf with those cleats, and it is ice skating on that concrete.
It's treacherous, and a late hit doesn't have to be much more than a tap on this sideline to send you into that wall.
Well, and to Round Valley's credit, they are not charged with a late hit there. They got him in bounds, but it was close. But if you're a player, you got to be cognizant of the fact that wall is pretty dang close, and you got to get yourself down on the ground to try to protect yourself.
Yep.
Twins right, single receiver to the left. They send go with a double slot package here in an empty backfield for McGinnis, who's lined up in the gun on first down and 10 from the 22. And he's looking to roll right. Has a man open on the sideline. It's Clark, and he hits him just as he goes out of bounds. Good for another Little Bluebird Studio first down. And I'll tell you, Keegan Clark is the real deal. He has looked good tonight receiving the football as he picks up this first down all the way out to the 34-yard line. That's his 5th reception tonight for 61 yards. Time now for our Deemer's Glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Hands down the best place to purchase your glass at affordable prices. It's the best glass. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside.
False start on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. A lot of big hits tonight, but one really stands out, Ryan.
Yeah, there was one earlier hit on the Round Valley quarterback, but one stood out to us, and that was number 52, Charles Holliday, with the hit for the Round Valley Elks, playing a solid game tonight.
That's our Deemer's Glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Best place to get glass at quality glass at affordable prices. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN, Deemer's Glass. And McGinnis is in trouble. He's flushed to the near sideline. He just throws it out of bounds. It does a good job of preserving the possession, but a penalty marker is going to be thrown here on the near sideline by Greg. Oh, no, that's not Greg. I think that's Jake Udall on the near sideline.
So if you catch a football in the stands, you get to keep it? You get to keep the footballs if you catch them in the stands?
Yeah, no.
No?
In arena football, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why you go to arena football
There's
games.
no penalty on the play.
Well,
no penalty.
So much for that penalty. Well, that incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:38 left to play. Elks up in front 34-12 over the Show Low Cougars. The Cougars now from their own 29-yard line, a 2nd down and 15. And a trip set here to the near side. McGinnis empties the backfield by setting a man in motion, and the Elks are going to send pressure as they get a linebacker. Excellent play going up over the top that time was Ziegler, but they say he was on top of Reedhead's back, and there was definite contact.
I don't know. You'll have to watch the replay if you're watching it online, but I don't know, Mike, what you thought, but it looked like he might have had his right hand up on the back of. But it did look like a sweet bat away with his left hand.
Pass interference on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. The results of the play are going to be a 1st down. Hey, go! Hey, great play, Jimmy! Yeah, that was perfect. Hunter, next time you catch it.
Makes that 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Was he talking to me? We're trying real hard to get you guys a shot of number 3.
Trying to get a shot of Ziegler, but I guess nobody's got their ears on in the truck. And a quick throw here is picked off. Foster, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Foster. The 2nd pick 6 of the night. And talk about pouring salt in the wound. Round Valley has put on a show for their hometown fans here and have absolutely beat up the Show Low Cougars tonight. And that reminds us to remind you that we're still looking for our Deemer's Glass straight line play of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Live to smile, love your smile, Deemer's Glass. Or excuse me, Beeler Orthodontics, I'm sorry. Our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Live to smile, love your smile, Beeler Orthodontics. That's what I get for not reading my cue card, just trying to do it from memory. And the point after try is good, but unfortunately our camera operator has taken a nap over there. Let's see if we can get our camera operator back to the game. And Jacob Shriver holds his hands up and says, what? I'm supposed to be filming something here? I guess we'll get Isaiah to go see if he needs a spell. Let's take a quick break. Back with the final 1:19 left. The Elks lead it 41-12. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. Elks up 41-12 after a 44-yard pick six by L.J. Foster and a good point after try. Time now for our Northland Pioneer College kickoff, brought to you by MPC, Northland Pioneer College. And an onside kick is going to be picked up by the Elks. And it's going to be Mariscal, Mikey Mariscal, going to pick that one up, and I don't think it was intended. It was kind of a bloop kick that time, a little Texas leaguer over the front line of the...
The ball went 10 yards, was recovered by Round Valley. They cannot advance a kick. It's 1st and 10 for Round Valley.
So they blow the whistle because the ball is recovered by Round Valley, and he actually lost yardage had he, in the process of doing that. So
I don't know if you caught that, Camden, but I don't know if the PA public address announcer meant to rub it in a little bit, but he did tell him to have a safe drive home and watch out for the elk because they are big animals.
Not sure Cougar fans are going to like that too much, but Round Valley is going to take a knee, and that's
when you only beat it.
Insult to injury on that
but
one.
When you only beat it, it's the first time you beat a team since 2006.
Yeah.
You got to throw something in there.
And you got to expect it. Cougars have been so dominant for so long and have just really dominated this Elk team. And the Elks are a 2A team. Show Low obviously in the 3A ranks. This is a big, big win for this Elk ball club.
So tell me, Camden, what do you think? What happens to the psyche of a team who's got a first-year coach? What do you expect to see from the Cougars? Because that could be fragile.
Yeah. Oh, there's no question about it. This is a tough loss for Show Low Cougars. They've got a lot of work to do, and I think really mentally, as you mentioned, I think mentally it hurts them more than anything else. And the reality is that Show Low's a great ball club. They've got a lot of talent on that team. They've got size, quickness. They've got tremendous speed. But they just came up against the Round Valley Elk team that really put it all together here tonight. That wraps it up here. That's going to be the final buzzer as we watch the Round Valley Elk faithful come out onto the field and congratulate their team after they team shake here at midfield. This has been a tremendous ball game, especially if you're a Round Valley Elk fan. They get the win tonight, 41-12. They'll leave that score up for a while on the scoreboard. A 41-12 victory over the Show Low Cougars. And if you're a Thatcher Eagle watching this broadcast tonight, you may be thinking to yourself, hey, we thought when Round Valley lost 18 of their guys, almost half their team graduated last year, we thought maybe we got a better shot at beating them. But guess what? They put a pretty good team together out of those sophomores and juniors and freshmen from last season.
They did. It's impressive.
We'll step away, back with our Beeler Orthodontics Straight Line Play of the Game, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. And we'll wrap things up with a final look inside the numbers with Mike Caldwell when we return to our Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments. Right after this, this is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
How are you doing on inventory? Have you cleared all of your inventory? Have you guys been marking it? Have you cleared it all? It's all clear. Okay, so we're in commercial right now.
Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, lit to smile, love your smile.
Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. Final score, Round Valley over the Show Low Cougars tonight, 41-12. And what a shocking, I have to think that this, by everyone's account, has got to be considered an upset tonight. I just don't think there's that many people that would have thought that Round Valley would come out and dominate Show Low like they did tonight, especially after the opening drive. Man, we watched Weston Kime take it 72 yards on 4 carries, and we thought, oh, wow.
Here we go again.
Yeah, Round Valley really seems like they've fallen off defensively, but credit Coach Bell. He has got that. He made those in-game adjustments defensively, and that was the end of Kime's night for the most part. Certainly no other offensive scores out of the Show Low Cougars tonight. So from that matter, they shut down the Cougars offense at the end of that, after that initial opening drive. They had a letdown of special teams. For a moment, they gave up a long kickoff return for a touchdown. I think it went 85 yards. That was Dalen Toon. Their 2-point conversion failed, and that's their only 12 points of the night. So for Round Valley, just a solid victory for them all around. For the Show Low Cougars, you mentioned new head coach, not necessarily a new program. This coaching staff has been a part of the program and the success that's been at Show Low for a number of years now, and it's certainly not something that is new to them. But I think, as you mentioned, suffering a first game loss on the road at Round Valley to a team that normally you dominate has got to do something to your psyche. And the coaching staff, of course, of the Cougars has a lot of work to do to get those Cougars ready again.
Yep, and you know, on the other side of the field, I don't know that Coach Bell could have any more buy-in than he has from his kids. Again, what an incredible program he's built here. He's got the credibility of, having been a successful college and pro player, and kudos to him. Again, one of the most formidable coaching staffs on the White Mountains right now.
Well, just there's something different when you change a head coach. There's something that's good. Even though they say there's not going to be a lot of difference, there's something different. And it's tough to take over a program, especially a successful program like the Show Low Cougars. We've watched that in Blue Ridge. And, of course, Blue Ridge has suffered with just numbers. Kids have just stopped coming out for football in Blue Ridge. And they've flocked to the soccer program, but Blue Ridge football is certainly not what it used to be when Coach Paul Morrow was here. And so, Coach Bill London has had to suffer through a lot of pains and agony of kind of rebuilding that prowess that they once had. And they've got some youngsters coming up through the ranks, but it could be a couple of years for them. As we saw, they fell to Page, I believe, tonight. I don't know if we got a final score on that one yet or not. Snowflake dominant over Window Rock, as you would imagine. Was it Window Rock? Tuba City, I'm sorry. Snowflake dominant over Tuba City tonight, and that rounds out the scoring recap that we have for you. We're going to skip the full recap here tonight, other than to make mention that Weston Kime had a touchdown, as we mentioned. Hunter Ziegler got one for Round Valley. Dylan Workman got a 67-yard touchdown, followed that with a 15-yard touchdown, then set up the 3-yard carry by Joshua Covey on a 44-yard reception to set that play up. Show Low ran back the touchdown, as we mentioned. Dalen Toon got that kickoff return for a touchdown for an 85-yard touchdown. And then Joshua Covey scored an 11-yard carry, his second score of the night. And then L.J. Foster gets into the scoring column with a 44-yard pick six to put an exclamation point on the end of this game and win it for the Elks 41-12. Let's take a look inside the numbers that tell the true story here tonight with our spotter and statistician, Mike Caldwell. Mike?
Yeah, thanks, Camden. Well, second half, kind of Round Valley just pretty much kept it on the ground. They only threw one pass, so Dylan Workman ended up with, who do we have him at
one point he had 242 yards.
Yeah, he ended up 18 carries for 246 yards. But I tell you, the Round Valley line did a great job, and got to mention that they replaced pretty much everybody, and they're not very big, like you mentioned. Robert Haas does a great job. He's another guy that was a successful college player, and then also played a little pro ball. So they have some experienced guys on this coaching staff. So Marcus Adams chipped in 10 carries with 57 yards. Joshua Covey added 15 carries for 61. So they ended up with a total of 392 yards total. They didn't pick up a pass. They only attempted one pass in the second half. So they pretty much kept it on the ground, just kind of ran the clock. So they only had 3 possessions. Show Low had a little bit more success. Colton McGinnis, he did complete some passes to Keegan Clark. He ended up with 7 of 25 for 103. The problem is he had two pick sixes. So overall, Round Valley just put it together offensively and defensively.
Yeah, just a dominant performance all the way around. Thanks, Mike. Time now for our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics. That's you, Ron.
That's me. You're going to me. Okay. Well, there were quite a few choices that we had. Wanted to at least mention an 85-yard kick return by Show Low's Dalen Toon. And also, as you mentioned just a second ago, the fourth quarter touchdown pick six by L.J. Foster was impressive, 54 yards picks. But I'm going to go, as far as a play of the game, I'm going to go with Hunter Ziegler in the first quarter with his pickoff to give Round Valley their first points of the game and to really come back and punch back after that quick Show Low score and change the momentum back the other way.
That's well said. I think Round Valley had, at that point, had been turned away twice, had forced a punt twice on 2 consecutive drives after giving up a 4-play, 72-yard drive to start the game, then to be turned away twice, and then that pick six, I think, really was a momentum changer. Nicely done, Ron. Now time for our that's our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. Time now for a Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Best place for hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260. It's the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. And always tough to pick a player of the game, but tonight it was pretty easy.
Yeah, we're going to give it to a kid that didn't really do a lot tonight. Only had 18 carries for 246 yards and 2 touchdowns with also a reception for 44 yards. Of course, I'm kidding. Dylan Workman was all over the field. He's a junior running back for the Elks. He did it all tonight, not just on the offensive end, but also on the defensive end. And so we just want to say congratulations to Dylan on a great game, and one that your coach is probably very proud of, because he mentioned before the game that he was expecting big things from you this year. So congratulations, Dylan.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be hard for the Elks not to want to put the ball in that guy's hands and have him carry this team after tonight. That was quite the performance. Congratulations to Dylan Workman tonight. Well, I wanted to see him get 300 yards, but I had 320 combined yards, but I want to see him get 300 rushing yards. They obviously were trying to not run the score up as much as they could have if they'd have left him in, I think. But I'll tell you.
Or get him injured, yeah.
Yeah, that's true, too. So Dylan Workman, hats off to him, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top, Highway 260, right-hand side of the road, just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. That is going to wrap up our broadcast, I believe. We say special thanks to our in-studio producer, Ashley Harley. Our executive producer and director tonight has been Stephanie Fragoso. Our on audio tonight, our audio producer is Isaiah Miller. And special thanks to Talicia Stone Street. Did I say that right? Talicia, doing a great job setting things up for us tonight. And we hope to have her around a whole bunch more, doing a terrific job. And for the entire White Mountain crew, let me see if I can find my paper with all my names. I don't want to miss anybody. Jacob Shriver. Shane Bobian was the technical director in the second half, on graphics in the first half. And I have no idea where my sheet went to. Janessa Moore, Snowflake High School, doing a great job for us tonight. Daniel Reby and Jimmy Maxwell, along with Zoe Paxson, I believe, round out the White Mountain Youth Production crew that gave you the sights and sounds of today's contest. Go back and watch it. You can watch it live. Well, you can't watch it live anymore. It's going to be archived, though. It'll be up by the time we get back from Round Valley. Usually it's up within 10, 15 minutes, depending on how quickly it uploads. But you can watch it tonight, watch it over the weekend, replay it. And if we made a mistake, I forgot also Dylan Smith, our effects mic operator tonight. But if we made a mistake, don't tell us about it. We don't want to know. We already know, probably. That'll wrap things up. We say until next week, which we're not quite sure yet where we're going to be. Right on the schedule, we have a Blue Ridge game scheduled. Blue Ridge facing off with I believe, with Window Rock, but that may change. We'll let you know as we get down the road. For Ron Everingham, I'm Camden Smith. Until next week, we say so long, everybody.
Want to save money on your next vehicle? Then go to the place with the lowest price guaranteed. Show Low Ford guarantees the lowest price on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. Plus, every new Ford gas engine vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty. Thought you could get a better deal in Phoenix? Think again. The absolute best deal in the state of Arizona is at Show Low Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in northern Arizona, and soon to be #1 in the state of Arizona. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of local sports on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top, and iTalk1067.com. Local sports are also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Octopus Car Wash. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without expressed written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.